Like the clock is broken, never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open, unwinding every moment. Like the clock is broken, never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break them when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. It seems the competition is riding on the tail. It seems that they were hoping she'll.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Ravens going up against the Steelers. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
C.J. Mosley is your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And able to find Green. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Design run for their wideout. And an alley to run. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. In motion left here, Antonio Brown. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Again, it's Bell, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
So after that stop, you know that 3rd down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Yeah.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. On the right side, caught by Green. 20! And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Slot man moves right.
Yeah.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Antonio Brown in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Easy, Stu. Hurry up, let's go. Easy, Stu. Easy, Stu.
The tight end changing his position. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Martavis Bryant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now get ready to head back on the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll let their receiver runner out of the Wildcat. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there. So get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going deep here for Landry. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just...
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's their quarterback taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I forgot that.
And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Fresh set of downs here.
Listen.
Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's brought down. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for Baltimore first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got time. He sets to fire deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
All right. That should have been picked off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7.
Yep.
And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Still got 2 niggas on my board. Come on, man. Hey, he nigga tripping.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens are in for 6. And he knocks it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 23 yards on the play.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. The slot man in motion right. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. On third down, Roethlisberger. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now ready for another possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando where, well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my Apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 49 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. I think the Steeler fans are happy to have Le'Veon Bell back in the end zone after that ACL injury last year.
No doubt about it. You know who else is really happy? The big guys up front, his offensive line. Because when you have a back like Le'Veon Bell that's piling up yardage, guess who else gets credit? The guys up front creating space. They need that guy to validate what they do up front, and he validates it in a big way. Love what he's done since leaving Michigan State and really taking the NFL by storm.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. See if they stay on the ground for second down. to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 4th and 4.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
When Le'Veon Bell gets going and he starts galloping and he piles up yards, his team usually wins, and that's exactly what they're doing here.
Well, in 2015, he had the MCL, PCL injury. Some people were worried. He looks pretty good here in this one.
That tells you there's a whole lot of rehab that went into that, a lot of determination to get back.
Oh, come on. A third time.
That was a terrible ass throw.
Bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 2nd down.
You gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Man, come on.
For the 4th time today.
What kind of shit is that?
Linebacker C.J. Mosley, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Nigga X.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Orleans Darkwa, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whole turn.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
And 2nd 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like those speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now back to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Green, the tight end, in motion. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Steelers a 1st down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Man in motion right, Antonio Brown. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Green, the tight end, in motion. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try again with Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he's probably throwing here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown. Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now here come the Ravens. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, Not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. And they're going to speed things up here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good...
Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drunk.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ladarius Green, his first touchdown in a Steeler uniform. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. A beautiful fake. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And Green with a catch left side. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 10 yards on that one, and then he'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Charles, you think Big Ben is happy to have Antonio Brown on the other side of his passes?
You know he is, but he also expects it. And this is how their offense runs best. When those two get together, especially early, and continue to do it throughout the game, the end result is the one that we're seeing right now. They're ahead on the board.
It has been early and often. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be...
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. In motion right, one of the tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And Le'Veon's mother, Lisa, she grew up a huge Steelers fan, so she's got to love this. Her team's winning. Her son's doing the thing for her team. All good, right?
Did she have a plug into the scouting department, into the front office
she
to
was
make sure this
calls.
happened? That's a big-time deal for her right there. How happy is she ought to be? A lifelong dream of her team with her baby starring on it.
It's the Pro Bowl corner. Keep Talib there to stop him.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This is Bell, and he is going to lose yardage here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third down, here's Bell. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there.